On Air Idiots.
All right, On Air Idiot Show on the line right now. I got number 11 from the Philadelphia Phillies, Jimmy Rollins, former National League MVP and World Series champ. Jimmy, what's going on, man?
Oh, man, I'm just good. It's down there in spring training, freezing my butt off. It's supposed to be Florida, you know what I'm saying?
Now, you're known for predictions, Jimmy. Do you have any predictions on the Phillies this year?
No, man, I've retired. I retired actually last year, but, Jay Leno, got me to pull one out. Didn't work out too well. But no, man, shoot, we show up every year. Everybody know what the deal is. We go out there to win a championship.
Right. Now, how much would you love to get a rematch with the New York Yankees this year?
I would like that just for the purpose. Just because they are the champs right now.
Right.
Of course, it's going to take a whole bunch of games to determine that. But man, if we get there and do that again, we kind of be like the Lakers and Celtics were back in the '80s. I'm all for it, for real.
Absolutely. Now, what do you do with your championship ring? How long did you wear it, and where is it now?
I kept it in a box next to my bed for a while, and I would pull it out on the road trips. Pretty much, half the team probably wore them on the road trips just to go back and forth, just to, pull out the bling, because you really can't wear them at home. You really don't wear them to the field just when you get on the airplane, and, that's just your little thing. I haven't worn it in a while. I put it up, in a safe place for safekeeping, and, I'm looking to get another one, though.
All right, Jimmy, let me ask you this, because you're one of the best shortstops in the league. Who do you think is the greatest shortstop of all time?
Wow. Whew. That is one heck of a question. Okay, can we just go recent times? Like before Alex went over to third base.
Okay.
I would have said he probably would have been on track to be the greatest of all time. But since then, I've watched this man for a long time, and he's done nothing but win. I like him personally. Derek Jeter. You look at what he does for a team. You look at his numbers, and you might say, okay, they're not all that spectacular. Look at his postseason numbers. They speak for themselves. I think he has 5 rings now. That's what I want to be like in that regard. A man that brings it every single day and finds a way to be on a winning team year in and year out.
Yeah, Jeter's whole hand is filled with gold right now.
Man, that's nice, isn't it? Man, I'm 4 short.
But Derek's never won an MVP award now, Jimmy.
He's played well enough to do it. But when you come out there and you say a few words and you make the New York media have to follow you. Put up a good season, it can do a lot for a career.
Right. You're definitely a versatile player. You got the all 5 tools. You do everything. And one of the things that I can tell you take a lot of pride in is stealing bases. Do you think that stealing bases is kind of a lost art in baseball right now?
No, I would have said it was until about 4 years ago. All of a sudden, you've seen speed coming back in the game, and not that speed ever left the game. It was just starting to be utilized again. They built some of these huge ballparks like New York, for example, San Diego. You're just not going to go up there and hit, have 4 or 5 guys hitting 30, 40 home runs. You got to find other ways to score runs. Stealing bases, you get yourself in scoring position from first without a guy getting a hit.
Right.
You're helping your team out.
Right.
Still in third and put your guy in a situation where a ground ball for playing infield back or a sac fly going to get you in. That's an easy run. You get on base and you use your leg. You can't buy that. You can't pay for that. You can't teach speed.
You got so many different personalities and people back there. What kind of music is back there in the locker room? Or do you guys have to fight with each other on what's going to be played?
No, you know what? I've actually bought a big system. As soon as we got to the new ballpark in when did we get there? 04. Wow. 04, I think it was. We got to the new ballpark, and I got a chance to go in beforehand and see where pick up my locker. I chose 2, one for me and one for the radio. We usually just have a mixed tape. We got everything. And actually, J-Dub is the one who makes all the CDs. He gets on his iTunes, downloads stuff. He brings stuff in, and, I tell him make it hot. I got other things to do. He's a music man, and it's my radio. So there's really no confusion about what's going to happen.
So you're controlling it.
Yeah, definitely. I got the volume. And the thing is, post-game, media comes in. They want to turn it down like this is our clubhouse. Turn it up a little bit just to give them a little hard time. And then, of course, you got to respect the media. You got to make sure they get their interview and their work done. So you just turn it back down. But, I like to play with them a little bit.
Now, what do you do after a game, whether it's a loss or you had a bad game or something to that effect, and the media's over there at your locker and you got all these mics in your face and you really just don't feel like talking?
You know what? You don't have to talk, but at the same time, you have to talk. and let me break it down. You can always walk away and say, you know what, not tonight, fellas. Whether it's good or bad. And I do that. Sometimes I have a good game. It's like, not tonight. What more can I say? I had a great game. We won, and you can report on that.
Right.
With that, whatever you write, you're going to write a story, and tomorrow I got to go out there and get the job done again. And the same thing with a bad game. I say not tonight because whatever, such and such reason. But you do have to make sure that you give them something majority of the time.
Right.
They're here to do their job. They're here to get the fans what they want, to get the other side of what they see, what was going through your mind type of deal. That's what the media is looking for. And, of course, it's just going to help their story. And if it's a positive thing, why not, talk? If it's a negative thing, that's where your leadership comes in.
Right, right. Okay, again, Jimmy Rollins on the line. What's the funniest prank you've either pulled on someone else in the locker room or someone has pulled on you?
You know what? I would have to say the funniest to date is still what happened to Kyle Kendrick. I want to say after the 2008 season, going into the last season, we had told him that we had traded him for Kobayashi. I think he's the hot dog eating champion, or was from Japan. And so we had a fake contract in his locker. His agent called him and was like, you've been traded. GM came down, everybody shaking his hand. And here he is coming off a solid season, and he didn't know what to think. He's just like, what in the heck? What more am I supposed to do? And, of course, the media's there, cameras all in his face, asking questions, how do you feel? And he wanted to cry. It was like Debo. You're going to cry when you get in the car. Moments. But he held it together, and then Brett Myers finally came over about 20 minutes into it and told him it was a joke. And, you could see the relief on his face, and it was funny. I wasn't there for it, but I got to see all the clips.
All right, now, Jimmy, transitioning into music, you're a rap hip-hop guy. Who do you think is the greatest rapper of all time?
The greatest rapper of all time is Tupac.
You're going with Tupac?
I'm going with Tupac, and I'm going to tell you why. I mean, of course, everybody knows his life was cut short. His career, started, a while back. I was rolling with Pac when he was dancing Humpty Hump in the background.
Yep.
Underground, you know what I'm saying? And he first came out, and Brenda's got a baby. But not only did he speak to your mind, when you heard him rap, I mean, the man was talking to your heart. It was like, wow.
Right.
Saying something and you feel it. You understand where he's coming from because there was no fluffing to it. It was just, it is what it is. And, of course, you still have the Hollywood side. You got to get the ladies what they want.
Right.
But when he was really rapping and spitting, it was political. It was about the streets. It was about the world and about the way it is. And that's what I loved about him.
Now, you're from Oakland, and a lot of people don't know this, but you had an affiliation with MC Hammer back in the day.
How did I know that was coming up?
It's a radio station, of course.
Yeah, I know.
And now, how did you meet MC Hammer, and how did you end up in some of his videos?
He had a casting call. Remember, Hammer did his Help the Children video / mini movie or whatever. He had a casting call, played a couple roles. They called us back about a week later. We wanted to use him in some videos and parts of the movie. So, of course, we jumped all over it. I mean, it was MC Hammer. We from the town. And, I mean, if you wasn't with Hammer, at that time, you wasn't rolling with nobody. I mean, you rolling with the best.
That's interesting. So you were in a few videos with him, huh?
Yep, I was in a few videos. We was, Here Comes the Hammer, a Dancing Machine, Help the Children. And matter of fact, what people don't know, I actually did a video years later with Mavis Staples. It was called The Voice. So I was a little older, so I'm probably actually a little more recognizable in that. Free plug.
Besides all the charity work you do off the field, you also, you got your YouTube page and your Facebook and all that stuff, and you have this record label that you started, this entertainment company. Can you elaborate on what this company is all about?
Yes, Jimmy Rollins Entertainment Group, JREG. It speaks for itself. It's an entertainment company right now, record label. I have one artist signed, and I've been pushed and pulled to try to get other artists. But I think from my perspective, you have to get one act off the ground and do that right before you really know what's going on and tie yourself up with a whole bunch of other things.
Right.
And the artist is hot. Name is Chanel Nicole. She's hot. She really is, and that's the thing. She can sing, she can dance, and she's cute. So you put those three together.
It's always a good combination.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Hopefully, it equals up, on the charts. But I have a brother who actually who's filming his first movie right now, and of course that brings in the Rollins Entertainment some more. So not only just a record company, a music label, but trying to be a full-blown entertainment company in the future.
Right. Now, a lot of sports superstars have dove into the entertainment field, like Carmelo Anthony and other folks of that nature. How do you plan on maintaining this company while you're going through a baseball season?
Right. You have to have a good team. That's first and foremost. You got to be around people you trust, and as you know, in the entertainment world, trust is a shaky thing. But I've been blessed, honestly, just to be around some good people to run it for me day to day. And we're in contact every single day. It doesn't matter baseball or not. Music doesn't sleep. So I got people who are night owls because they know I need my rest. So I have to go play tomorrow. But as long as everything's going well, you keep the price down, efficient. The people, they know what the deal is. They know the budgets. And you work within that, everything will be okay. And after that, of course, you got to have somebody in your team running up to the big dogs and saying, this is going to be next to blow.
Right.
Once you get that happening, they take it from there. That's just a game. As an independent, small company, there's only so much you're going to do. They're going to take over, and they're going to shake your hand, and hopefully, it's a nice payday for everybody, and then you can expand your company to go find other artists.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of your first artist, Chanel Nicole, she's on the line right now, correct?
Yes, she is. Chanel, you there?
Hey.
Hi, Chanel. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for asking me yourself.
So what's it like being signed to a sports superstar like Jimmy Rollins?
It's really good. I would think it would be like any other boss, really. He's very precise about what he wants, and he has a vision for me.
Now, how did you end up signing under Jimmy Rollins? How'd you get discovered?
I think it just really probably runs in the bloodline because he's actually my cousin.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, he's actually my cousin. But the thing is, he just noticed how much I wanted it really bad. And once I was, my dancing was really serious and so was my singing. But once he's seen it and he already had this in mind with some other people, he just pulled me aside and said, do I really want it? Do you really want it? And I was like, yep, I want it. And he gave me a shot.
She had a voice, but I didn't know she could sing. She was a dancer. She was always dancing and dancing. And, I just, what? She can actually sing, but I don't know if that was what she wanted to do. And like she said, I asked her. She said she wanted it, and I'm going to go get her. If you say you want something, I'm going to give you a shot.
Who would you compare her to any of the females out right now?
Say she actually has her own lane.
Okay.
And the game today, because she can, let's put it this way, Beyonce brings that fierceness, that edge. So there's definitely some of that. I think, anyone in the game today, especially a young artist, is going to have some of that in them innately. They don't know why they sing like Beyonce or do something, but it's because Beyonce. So there is some of that to her. She can do the pop thing like Rihanna, but Chanel can dance.
Right.
So that's a plus there. And then she can sing. So I think she's actually going to be able to create her own lane, and that's the goal. We're finding her sound. We're finding her voice is very breathy and airy and soulful. And she can do pop music, but it's like a soulful voice on top of it, which is an interesting mix. And that's why I was saying it's kind of, her own little lane.
Jimmy, I saw a video where you were showing off two of your vehicles. Does Chanel ever get to drive one of those?
You know what? She's in my Challenger right now.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of nice.
Anything over 100,000, she's not driving yet. She got to get money.
Funny.
Yeah, like I said, hey, I was the same way. I had teammates, and they was trying to throw me up in their Ferraris. I'm like, look, if I crash this thing, I ain't got enough money to pay for it. So instead of putting her in that predicament, I just eliminate that for off the top. This car's $50,000. You can take it out anytime you want to. This one here, I'm not going to show you what those keys are, just in case you get
I'll be
creative.
too scared to do that.
Chanel Nicole, music.com is getting ready to launch. You can go on there and check her out. We're going to have, some stuff up there. Not the hottest stuff. You can't put the hottest stuff out there. We got to say that for the big cats. And then when they approve it, then it hits the waves, and hopefully the fans will feel the same way. But she's in the studio working hard. She's down in Philadelphia right now, getting ready for her showcase and the stage performance. You might see her opening up for someone real soon. We've had a couple calls, but we just weren't ready. but now we eliminating that we're not ready part anymore. So if you hear about a Raheem Devon or maybe a Trey Songz, if he wants to come back to Philly, Trey out there listening, hit your boy up. We're gonna be ready this time.
No doubt. Now, Jimmy. On a side note, our intern up here, well, he hates your guts.
He's a Mets fan.
Yeah. His name is Carl. Carl, is there anything you want to say to Jimmy Rollins?
Jimmy, I'm just waiting for the day that you put on the blue and orange, man. That's all I'm waiting for. Come on, man. I mean, come over, man. Get out of the dark side. Come over to the Force, man. Come over to the Force.
The Force doesn't win games, Carl.
We trying, man. We trying.
I hear you. You know what I'm saying?
Jimmy, we need some healthy players, man. Come on.
Hey, you know what? That's a tough thing, man. I know they've been beat up for a long time, and that hurts anybody. But whew. But you asking a lot for a brother to try to put on some orange and blue.
Hey, man, listen. I'll be at the games, man. I got your back.
Hey, listen. If Wade Boggs and Johnny Damon could put pinstripes on, anything can happen.
Hey, wow, you said it. I know. You know what? And I know. And thinking about it, I know that was a hard decision for them. It's a tough decision. You've grown up, or playing against this team for so long, you really grow to hate the uniform, not the players.
Yeah.
Players are in a uniform, you hate them, for those 9 innings or so, but it's the uniform and just all it represents, because you're supposed to be enemies, and then trying to go over and put it on, that has to be weird. Yes, sir.
All right, Jimmy Rollins, Chanel Nicole, really appreciate you guys taking 20 minutes of your Saturday night out.
We appreciate
Thank you so
it.
much.
Thanks,
We appreciate you too.
All right, we'll be in touch. Good luck.
For sure. Appreciate it, bro.
On your idiots.